so much money for taxes. Let's say if you make $150,000 a year, you keeping the $150,000 a year. Trump says, for example, no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. So imagine all that overtime. You don't pay tax. Now here's the thing: if let's say I'm a manufacturer and I have an employee and I need to pay them overtime. Now I also pay the manufacturer also pay tax on your employees. Mm-hmm. Now let's say the manufacturer also don't need to pay tax on overtime. Now he wants to give the kids over the people overtime. They want the overtime because it's time and a half, 2 times, and now you have people making a lot more money. Like steel companies in America, the difference between you pay for steel, not much difference between American steel or Chinese steel or Canadian steel.
And the China steel is not good.
And yes, exactly. So now you're gonna get the same better steel for your money, made in the U.S. You're gonna have a lot better warranty on everything. Now the vehicle's gonna be so much better. You know that we get the like.
Oh no, that ain't gonna be true, because in the 60s and the 70s, the steel that were put in the vehicles were American-made metal.
And they're freaking running until now.
And the quality of those vehicles started changing in the 60s and the 70s. I was there. I bought them. So the quality started for Chevrolets. I'm a Chevrolet man. The quality of a Chevrolet really ended in 1965. The last good Chevrolet they made, in my opinion, was in '64. Then the quality started going down. Why did it start going down? Because then we started interacting with parts. We started bringing parts that were made in another country in here to save dollars. The overtime issue. Are you aware that now the companies aren't giving people but like 30 hours a week? So that overtime statement is invalid. There won't be any overtime because the companies don't want to give them the companies don't want to give them 40 hours, because then they have to pay the benefits.
They're gonna have to.